Hi, I'm York Knight and welcome to my next video on how to repair Scalextric cars. One of the most common problems with Scalextric cars are the braids underneath not giving good enough contact with the track. So turn them upside down, have a look first of all at the braids. If they look good like this, probably not the problem. If they're very worn and threadbare, try changing them. As we can see on this one, the braids aren't quite so good. So I'm going to show you how to change the braids on this model. So here's the car, here's the two new braids that I'm going to change. First of all, just prise out the slider, and then each of the wires, there's a little brass plug that just pull out like so, and as you saw, that one has just fallen off. No problem though, the braids just come out of there. Get the two new ones, slide it in, bend it over the other side so it doesn't fall out. Same with the other side. Slide it into the hole. I'm trying to do this while looking through my camera, so just bear with me 1 second. That's it. Get them about the same length, bend them over. Then I will just, this is the little brass braid that needs putting back on. Now it's crimped over, so I'm just going to slightly open it back up a little bit. Make sure the wires are still okay in there. Push it back in, which it won't do. So just open that up a little bit more, like so. Same again. Just try and push that back into the hole, like so. What I do sometimes is, if you can't get the wire in there, I've got a pointed tool, put it in there, push it on, and then with the pliers just try and shape it a bit more, maybe even tap it in a bit so it opens it up. Then hopefully a bit more room for the wire to go in. After a little bit of wiggling, I managed to get it in there. Once it's in, just give it a little crimp, make sure it's not going to come off. That's okay. In fact, before I do that, what I'm going to do is, with a pointed object again, just put it down there, just to make it a little bit easier to get the small brass ferrule thing in there. Move across to the other side. This bit is quite fiddly, especially when you've got big fingers. Bit of patience required, but once you get it started, that's it, there it's gone in. Make sure it's pushed all the way in. Slide the guider back in there, click it in place, make sure it twists okay. And there, got the new braids in place. I'll move on from that. I will just make sure that on this car, yeah, that's successful. So that one's working fine. Something a bit more complicated. This one isn't working. I'll just disconnect that. And I'll show you. On this particular car, there's just 4 screws. That'll take the bodywork off. So I'll quickly undo these 4 screws. So they end up with the chassis. Now on this one, take the wires out of the way, you can take the front wheels off. You can also just take the back wheels out of there as well. And the motor on these will just perseverance. Aha, there we go. So you can see it just slips in the 2 holes there. So now this one, the motor is shot. So you can change the new motor easy enough for another one, which I will do. Here's the motor. So I'll test that before I put it on. So you can, if you're clever, just touch the terminals on the track, which again you need 3 hands to do this. There, so yes, definitely working. Needs a pinion wheel putting on there, so we'll get a pinion wheel, and before I put it on I'll just make sure that there aren't a split, because sometimes you get a tooth out. In fact, that one, I don't know if you can see, but the teeth aren't quite perfect on that one. So I have some new ones. I'm going to put a new one on before I install it in the car. I don't know if you can see that. I've just put it on my end of my tester. If you push it down, you can see there's a crack. What that does is makes the spaces between the teeth uneven, and when you've got it on the vehicle itself, it results in having like a tight spot. You can buy these easily enough and they just pop on and off, so I'll just show you what I mean. Don't know if this will show up on the screen or not, but just sort of hold it in place. As you spin it, there. Don't know if you can hear that, it makes a little clicking, so it's extra friction. It's like a high spot as well, and it'll wear the teeth out on your axle as well. So it's easy enough, it just slides off, put a new one on. So here's my 2 new wheels. There's the old one, and as you can see they come in different sizes, so make sure you count the number of teeth and get the same as the one that you've got. If you're struggling to get it on, I find the easiest way if you sit it on a flat surface, put the motor on top of it, make sure it's in the middle, push down, there we go, it's on. Make sure it's on nice and perfect, then sit it back into the chassis. Before we go any further, just put the wheels in, back axle anyway, and just ensure that everything fits properly. And in fact, that's not quite fitting quite enough, so that wheel just has to go on a bit more. You need to push it on a bit more, just so that the shaft comes through there a little bit. Just where there's a gap in between the teeth, just put it over the gap. Just push it down gently so you don't go too far, and there you can see I've just got it sticking through a little bit. Put it back in the chassis. Just again, before I can put it all back together, Make sure that it all sits okay. Spin it all around, yes. Everything's fitting okay there. I'll just stick it back together again and give it a try. So, all back together again, just test it. Yep, perfect. I've gone to the trouble of putting new braids on as well. While it's apart, you might as well do that. So with just a few spares, a couple of tools, all you need to fix most problems with your cars. If it's the motor, they're easy enough. I always keep a couple of motors spare just in case. I always keep a few of the different size of pinion wheels. Keep a couple of little brass ferrules and some of the strips, braids, small crosshead and flat screwdriver just in case you need those. A lot of the cars just clip apart, you don't need screwdrivers. But this is all for the original style Scalextrics. The digital ones, there are some where you do need to have some tools to take them apart. But again, usually just a couple of screwdrivers will do. So that's it from me, York Knight, on Scalextric cars. Any comments, please message me. But remember to hit those like and share and subscribe buttons. The more followers I get, the better, and I'll be able to do some more videos for you. Keep an eye out for my upcoming videos on how to fix Dysons, garage crawler, and I'm also doing one on cam chains for the Ibiza Bocanegra. Keep an eye out. See you soon.